Over 100 comedians from all over the planet converging on the nation's comedy capital. A dozen venues throughout the city. Thousands of comedy fans, packing them in, endless laughs. What is it? The world-famous Chicago Comedy Festival, the 4th annual, the largest comedy festival in the country. Like a convention, but without the boring conventioneers. Go ahead, laugh yourselves to death.
I walked into that Taste of Chicago and there's a place for us, somewhere a place for us. I go to like pay for the hot dog, I give him a 20, he goes, no, you gotta have coupons. What do you mean? Well, here's 100, give me the hot dog. And you gotta wait in line for these friggin' coupons. There's a mile-long line for these friggin' coupons. What's going on up there? And they ask you how much coupons you want. Now, you're gonna be there for the day, so I'm thinking, well, give me a grand worth, to start.
From veterans like John Panette, Don Rickles, Eric Bogosian, and Louis Black, to showcases featuring hot new talent and the hilarious killer comics from the Murderers Row and Get Up stand-up shows at the top of their craft. And out of the mainstream, way out of the mainstream, it's Neil Hamburger. And so much more. And to guide us through this immense maze of hilarity, Bob Zmuda, one of the great forces in the comedy world, creator of Comic Relief, Andy Kaufman's best friend, writer, and co-conspirator. Producer of the Andy Kaufman movie Man on the Moon, starring Jim Carrey. And when Bob's around, famed lounge lizard Tony Clifton can't be far behind. But more on that later.
Here we are at the Chicago Comedy Festival, the home of comedy in America, Chicago, Illinois. Right down the street is Second City, where all the top performers that you know from Saturday Night Live came from. And right here is Zanies, the top comedy club in Chicago. And tonight, a lot of the top comedians are going to be walking through that door. And Chicago also happens to be my hometown.
I'm excited to be in Chicago.
Good to see you again, buddy. Good to see you again. How's things?
They come far and wide to Chicago to break into comedy. Now, why exactly is that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because in this town, when it gets 80 degrees below wind chill factor, you need a sense of humor.
We've never checked into a 4-star hotel. Well, at least not together. We're used to hotels where we can just back the van up and walk into the room.
You gotta press it back. I like to press it back.
I'll switch the bags out for you if you want.
Josh?
Yes.
You know how girls are.
Guys, you almost done my room? All right, Dave, it's a new hotel. They're just finishing my room. I needed a suite, so they're adding on over to the street.
The reason that comics are excited is because this hotel will provide us with a much higher quality of towel to steal.
My name is Hillary English, and I work for Broadway Video, which is Lauren Michaels' production company. And I'm here scouting new talent, looking at talent that I've already am familiar with, but wanted to see their new acts and basically just getting familiar.
I've been booking comedy clubs for about 14 years now.
Now you have a couple of comics here. Are they here right here at the bar?
Actually, one of them is right here. Will Hardesty is one of the fresh mugs. And J. Scott Holman, who will be coming in tomorrow. He's in the sophomore show.
I got here a planetary stress relief therapy. Pound your bush. And it's got a lovely shot of GW right there. And this is for all Americans to use so that they can get a little stress relief. And also, Bush himself might want to use these on his daughters to get them to behave a little.
I'm one of the fresh mugs in the festival, which is like, I guess, a new face or whatever. And Gary is doing a set on another one of the comedy shows. We got married last Sunday, so then the festival had us come out, and then they put us up in the honeymoon suite here.
Now, are we supposed to be getting a cab or is Lamar?
No, I think that there's going to be like a van.
Oh, no kidding.
Bill Dwyer, now getting into a van. Bill Dwyer, referring to himself in the third person, a little too much. Shut up in there! There's not enough room in the van for Bill Dwyer?
I was in Texas, too, because I have cousins there. I had to go see them. You'd never know they were related, though, because they talk to you like this. Oh, my God. And I'm from the Midwest. That accent, after about 2.5 days, just makes you want to poke your own eyes out. I I don't have the patience for it. I don't even ask questions because I don't have the patience to wait for the answer. Sir, can you tell me how to get to the mall? The mall? Hey, you know what? The sale's over, but thanks for trying.
I don't base my jokes on my physical appearance ever. Mine are based on other people's misfortunes, not my own.
My cousins, they talk to me like this, and what kills me is they don't think they have an accent. For real. They're like, y'all think we have an accent? Huh. Well, let's turn on the TV. There's 384 channels. Do you hear anybody talking like you? Anybody. Pick a channel. Aside from Hee Haw. Anyone. Pick a channel.
John, how you doing? I'm good, and I'm talking to Kathy Madigan.
Hey, how are you?
2 stars of comedy. See, it's a party. This is what goes on here. What is so different about and unique about this comedy festival is that you guys go all across the country to different comedy clubs, a lot of comedians who have never stepped foot in New York or in LA, and find the new fresh blood that's out there and the new next stars of tomorrow.
Well, there's a lot of people that really don't go to LA, and quite frankly, the audiences in LA are going to give, and New York, for instance, are going to give a jaded opinion. I think the Chicago audiences are really the demographic of the United States.
No, this is really true, I swear to God. I say that and I'm lying. It don't matter. There were 2 midgets on the airplane and they broke into a fight and they took those little liquor bottles and they cracked them on the ground and they were throwing them at each other. And then they also took the little swords that they put through the lemons and they were stabbing each other.